Eagles' future depends on this.
Oh, so they're trying to shut Howie Roseman out in the draft, huh? Nobody wants to trade? We'll see. Dallas still stinks. Yeah, but the way kick it back here, so the Eagles are getting ready for the draft in about a week. And all I can say is it is time for something good to happen to this team. It has been a long time, it seems. I would say since the Jalen Phillips move that Eagle fans have truly been excited. It seems like it's been one long stretch of one bad press thing after another bad press thing, and it just never ends. But this is the opportunity. This is the chance for the Eagles to do something. This is Howie season. And I'm going to tell you right now. People get mad at me. I don't care. All right? I'm going to tell you what I think. And if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I'm going to just go about my business. Not say nothing. But here's what I think. There is no way that Howie Roseman isn't looking to move up. He is going to trade one way or the other. And I would be absolutely shocked if the Eagles go ahead and end up drafting at 23. I don't think the player they want will be available. I don't think there's a lot of talent, top-end, real first-round talent available at 23. And the value of this draft is in the mid-round picks. And I think Howie Roseman has to consider, if you can't trade up, trade back. Now, we are hearing that a ton of teams want to trade up, or actually trade back in this draft. So moving up, there is opportunity. And that's what Howie Roseman does. Howie doesn't follow the pack. Howie, he goes against it. He creates his own narratives. He creates what everybody else follows. And you're going to see that again in this draft. Teams are going to look to trade back. The packages and what it's going to take to go up in the draft is not going to be nearly as expensive as in previous years because teams want to move back. Well, this could provide Howie Roseman with a great opportunity. And I'm at the point now. Where there's two guys. All right? Two guys that I think may be around a range where the Eagles can go up. Vega and Sadiq. If I could trade up for Vega from Penn State, I'm going to do it in a second. That would be my first choice in this draft because I think you still got to address this offensive line, and you need to do it with possibly the best interior lineman in this draft. So I would want the Eagles to move up for him. Now, if he's not available or he's gone, Kenyon Sadiq is somebody I would consider. Now, I know a lot of people don't like him, or a lot of people don't think he'll be a good tight end in this league. I think he's too talented to pass up. So if those two guys are available, I trade up for them. If they're not available and they're off the board, I'm trading out of the first round. That's exactly what I think the Eagles need to do and how I would do it. And I would make it really cheap, okay? I would say to a team, up at the second round, early second round, I would say, or maybe even mid-second round, I would say, listen, here's what we'll do. You trade us your third-round pick this year and a first-round pick next year. You could come up and you can have the 23rd pick. We don't even care about the second-round pick coming back to us. We just want that 2027 first-round pick. And I would do it that way because if you add more mid-round picks in this draft, that's not a bad thing at all. If you have top first-round picks, multiple first-round picks in next year's draft, where it's supposed to be a top-heavy draft, that's a very, very good thing. And make no mistake, Howie is going to make a trade in this draft. And make no mistake about this, Prize Picks is the way to go. Let me first start off by saying Thank you to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports picks app. The app is really easy to use. Just pick more or less on a few players and you could build the ultimate lineup. It is legal in states like California. Now here's what I got for my lineup today. Okay, I wanted to do a little bit of a future bet. So this is what I'm doing. And I love this. All right, so I took Devontae Smith because I think he has a big year. I took more than 5.5 touchdowns receiving this year. I think Devontae Smith is going to have a monster year. Then I also took Zach Bond to have over 2.5 sacks. I think Zach Bond will have 4 or 5 this year. I think you're going to see him get to the quarterback more. I took the over. Also, I took the over with Kenneth Walker and 7.5 rushing touchdowns. The Kansas City Chiefs signed him. They are going to use him, no doubt about it. So head over to Prize Picks and use code HMA, and when you do, they'll hook you up. Play $5, get $50 instantly. That's right, $50 instantly. Just use promo code HMA. Now, shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. You may be saying to me, Philly, how do you know Howie is going to trade up? How do you know he's going to look to make a move and not stay at 23? And I'm going to say this. It's recent history, man. Recent history suggests just that. Now, what am I talking about? I want to show you guys this. Here are the Eagles' first-round picks from 2021 to 2025, right? We'll start at the bottom. 2021, they picked Devontae Smith. What did they do to get Devontae Smith? They traded up. 2022, Jordan Davis at 13. What did they do to get Jordan Davis? They traded up. Now, in 2023, the first pick they had was Jalen Carter. What did they do to get Jalen Carter? They traded up. They also had Nolan Smith at 30. That was their second first-round pick. They stayed there and they took Nolan Smith. So they didn't make trade there. And then pick 22, Quinyon Mitchell. If you remember, that was one of the most remarkable drafts because there was like a run on offensive players for like the first 15, 16 picks that really put Quinyon Mitchell, a guy that was supposed to go between 10 and 12, he sent the Eagles to pick 22. But he was the one trade they didn't make. And then last year, you get Jahad Campbell, the Eagles trade. People forget that the Eagles traded up for Jahad Campbell. It was only one spot, but they still did it. And if you look at it, out of the 6 first-round picks the Eagles have had the last 5 years, 4 out of those 6 have been trades. The Eagles are not staying at 23. They're not. As a matter of fact, I would not be surprised if Howie comes away with a veteran player, a veteran edge rusher in this draft as well. And I think there's a few things, and we'll talk about later in the week. But, you know, I have an argument to be made about trading this first-round pick for a Max Crosby or Myles Garrett if possible. Because I don't think there's a better first-round year to trade out of than this. Okay? So what I see is I see the value of the first round this year, not so great. Next year, it's really good, top heavy. But the mid-round picks will offer gems. They will offer guys that are just as good as some of these first-round picks. You want mid-round picks this year. You want first top picks next year, okay? So that's what I think Howie's going to do. And the one caveat of this, and I started this video with this, teams might not want to trade with Howie. We saw teams literally not want to mess with Howie Roseman. They're scared. They're afraid that they're going to get embarrassed. They're afraid that Howie is going to make them look stupid. So you have teams that actually shy away from being or from going up and trading with Howie Roseman. And those teams shouldn't be scared. Howie's not going to damage them too much. All right? He'll take it all out on the stinking New England Patriots. Oh, those Patriots. Oh, God. Yeah, man. I do not want A.J. Brown to go there. But that's a whole nother thing, you know. And I want to thank everybody really quick, too. Thank you for those who are watching this video right now. I appreciate your support over the many, many years. It means a lot. I know we haven't done a ton of videos lately. It's been a lot of live streams. It's just the way things have worked out. But you know, we will be continuing to do videos every day, mixed in with live streams. So it's just about timing. But I do want to thank everybody who has been hanging with me over these many, many years. It means a lot. And one other thing regarding the draft. John McMullen wrote this. Former Pound Eagles running back Brian Westbrook will announce one of the team's day 2 draft picks on Friday of next week. So look for that. I think that's pretty cool. And, you know, hopefully it'll bring us some luck in Pittsburgh. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. And remember, it's Howie Vision, baby. We're all just living in it. One of the things that's on my mind is uniform, right? The Eagles uniforms, the Eagles logo. Again, I think you guys probably have seen that they have gone out and they have actually changed their word mark. Okay? Dude, that word mark don't fit the logo. It don't fit the current jersey scheme. It's time to go. Kelly green home, Kelly green with white helmets and white Kelly green numbers and white away. And then it's time to go alternate black Kelly green wings and numbers. That's what we need. I do 2 videos a year talking about jersey changes. I missed the one in February, so I still owe you guys 2, and I'm going to bring one up really, really soon. But it's time to go and change this jersey. I know a lot of people who were young and grew up on it love it, but it's time. It's time for an update. Denzel Washington out. That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us!